favorite things to do during Halloween are watch awesome TV specials. So in this video, I'm going to count down my top 5 Halloween TV specials. So sit back, relax, grab some popcorn and some Halloween candy, and enjoy.
Number 5.
It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Gotta start with a classic. It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown is a classic that almost everyone watches this time of year. But why is it so low on my list? Well, personally, I am not the biggest fan of the Peanuts. Don't get me wrong, Great Pumpkin is good, and the Christmas special, while sad as shit, is also quite good. But I have to say, I find most of the Peanut shorts kind of boring. Not terrible by any means, but kind of boring. I do have to say, though, the Great Pumpkin is my personal favorite out of the bunch. Sum up the plot, Charlie Brown and the gang get invited to a Halloween party and go out trick-or-treating, while Linus chills in a pumpkin patch waiting for the Great Pumpkin to rise. That is literally the whole plot. Very, very simple, and while simple is not at all a bad thing, this is one of the reasons why I find a lot of the Peanut shorts rather boring. There just isn't much going on, and it leads you to wanting more to happen, but in the Peanuts, it never does. However, they are still classics and are still around today, so I'll have to say something about the Peanuts.
Number 4.
Garfield's Halloween Adventure. Growing up, I was a fan of Garfield. Not so much the shows, though. I was more into the comics. I remember every Sunday my parents would get a Sunday newspaper, and the first thing I would do was take the comic section and read my favorite comics, which were always the Garfield ones. As for television shows and specials, they were okay. Not terrible, but not incredible. However, there are some Garfield things that are quite terrible. But Garfield's Halloween Adventure is another one of those classics I love to watch. It may not be as iconic as It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, but it is still a classic in my eyes. The plot is that Garfield wakes up one night after leaving the TV on, and Blinky the Clown comes on TV. The show tells Garfield that it is Halloween, so Garfield decides he wants to go trick-or-treating. He tricks Odie into thinking that dogs go trick-or-treating on Halloween to get candy for Cat. Odie stupidly believes him after being promised one piece of candy, and they take off. They hit up a couple of houses, and then find a boat, which they get on and take across the river to hit up more houses. Odie tosses the oars out of the boat after mishearing Garfield, and they drift down the river to an abandoned dock and what looks like an abandoned house. However, in the house lives a crazy old man who told Garfield and Odie a story about how ghost pirates are coming. They leave thinking he's crazy. When they say their ship and candy has vanished. Granted, Odie and Garfield feel helpless when a ghost pirate ship emerges, as well as the ghost pirates. Odie and Garfield escape the pirates and jump into the water, but Garfield forgets he can't swim and almost drowns. But him and Odie float to shore where the boat and candy are conveniently located, and they head back home. This special is a fun one to watch. It makes you want to go out trick-or-treating as long as you don't have to get in any paddle boats.
Number 3.
Disney's Recess, The Terrifying Tales of Recess. Disney's Recess was a show that I grew up with when I was a kid, and this episode is no exception. In this episode, Butch, the mysterious storytelling student, tells us 3 Halloween stories involving different Halloween characters, from a little girl turned into a werewolf, to zombie finsters, to bikes coming to life. Yeah, that one's not really a Halloween character. However, if a bunch of bikes came to life and tried to kill everybody, that would be pretty freaky. These episodes, while still child-friendly, are a little more darker than the usual Disney's Recess episodes, but they are just as fun, and I enjoy watching them time and time again. They're decent stories, decently written for a kid's show, and it's a lot of fun to watch. This one definitely earned its spot on the list.
Number 2.
Gravity Falls Summerween. Gravity Falls is a newer cartoon, and it's absolutely incredible. It is one of my favorite shows that Disney has ever put out. It's clever, it's creative, the writing is amazing, it's dark as hell, and it's just so awesome that I have watched every single episode, and I recommend it to anybody who wants a new show and is also into cartoons. The plot of this episode, though, Summerween, is that Gravity Falls loves Halloween so much that they have a second Halloween in the summer and call it Summerween. The plot of this episode, besides that, though, is that Dipper and Mabel find out about Summerween from their grunkle Stan, and after that they want to go trick-or-treating. However, Wendy invites Dipper to a party, so Dipper fakes ill and gets out of trick-or-treating with his sister. Later in the evening, though, everything changes as a monster known as a Summerween trickster tells them if they don't give him 500 pieces of candy for the jack-o'-melons to go out, they'll all get eaten. This episode is really cool. It's a lot of fun. It's creative, and I enjoy watching it. I'll probably watch it sometime this Halloween, as I think it's a classic in the making. It is an awesome episode, just like the whole show. It has easily earned its number 2 spot on this list. No doubt in my mind.
Number 1.
The The Simpsons Treehouse of Horror episodes. Yeah, you knew these had to be on the list. The Simpsons Treehouse of Horror episodes are episodes of The Simpsons that are made once a year, but are not canon to the plot. So this gets your characters the freedom to do whatever they want with any of the characters. The episodes have a horror-esque feel to them, and it can be as simple as Bart and Lisa telling stories in their treehouse, the sideshow Bob finally killing Bart. Thankfully, these episodes are not canon, so everything in the series goes on as if these episodes never happened, because, well, in the story, they didn't. The Treehouse of Horror episodes, in all honesty, most of the time are better than the main episodes of the show. You can tell a lot goes into these, and the writing just seems better. There are fun as hell episodes of The Simpsons, and you bet not a Halloween goes past where I don't watch at least one of them. They're some of the best Halloween-themed episodes of a show I have ever seen, and are definitely worth the watch. If you ever have the time, please watch these Simpsons episodes, as they are some of the best episodes of the series has to offer. Because of this, there is no doubt in my mind they have earned their #1 spot.
There you have it, guys. My top 5 TV Halloween specials. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do you agree with my list? Do you disagree with my list? Let me know down below. I want to know what Halloween specials you guys like and what specials I should have included in this list. Anyways, guys, I gotta get going. I gotta go do some trick-or-treating. So, we'll see you later.